Good evening, Dandadan fans. We got two chapters tonight. Chapter 199, Chapter 200. Got a little celebratory party hat on Momo's face for the thumbnail. Thank you guys for being with us here tonight. I apologize, my internet was trash these last couple weeks, but I finally got a technician. I finally found the one piece of technicians, and he was able to fix it. So I have never been better in terms of internet. So once we get through this Dandadan Season 2 Episode 1 reaction coming on Thursday, I'm going to do a One Piece catch-up stream soon. I hear it's crazy, and yeah, this series is kind of crazy too.
We've been grinding, guys. We've been grinding. We're back on the grind. We got a lot of editing to do when it comes to anime and manga, everything pretty much on the channel. So stay tuned. More Squid Game. That's what we just finished the other day. Go check out Squid Game if you haven't, or if you haven't started on the season, get into it. So we got that going on this week. A lot of anime news from Anime Expo itself. So we might have a few trailers. Obviously, we're going to talk about certain things, kind of cross promote in a way in some of these videos and streams. But we also have Gachia Kuda and Dandadan Anime coming back. So a debut and a comeback. So we will be there Thursdays, Sundays, those days. And in between, we still got Haikyuu, Chainsaw Man, manga reactions. We still, now that Sunday has Gachia Kuda, we're trying to think of like what other days we might use. Yeah. Maybe Tuesday will be open because the Vigilante's leaving. I don't know. But, hey, Chainsaw Man is on Tuesdays. Forgot about that.
Works out like that.
But yeah, so stay tuned for all that content. But we're back with Dandadan, man. What are your predictions for, I guess, both chapters? Like by the end of 200?
I think chapter 199 is a bit of a cool down. I think it's necessary. We've had insanity here in the air with this sky battle, frozen sharks, Human Typhoon, we're on the run, Momo's like Captain America with the plan and the execution. I think chapter 200 is what is behind the clouds. I think that's what I first labeled this stream back when I first set it up. Yeah, that's long story short. I think there is going to be a crazy reveal in chapter 200. I think he is on his Oda timing. We know what you are, Tatsu.
We know what you are. You can't run from us. You can't hide. I mean, like, no. It is what it is. You did it. This is a story that you started. You started this story.
He responds with, "I know what you guys are. We're AOT fans."
I'd be like, well, I'll be damned.
Imagine if in one of these chapters he says, "I know what you are, blank, blank, blank." I would lose
My heart would stop.
I would lose it. I would freeze up. If that wasn't the last line of the chapter, I might end my reaction there and get you in immediately.
Just to get to it, don't matter if it's 3 pages in.
I don't care.
Like, that was fast. Okay, then just watch it.
Hello, Tatsu Sensei.
We would have to make a life mission just to tell people that this mangaka cares about their viewers, to have references. That would be insane. I would literally try my very hardest to make that be known.
I mean, I might become one of those Stan Twitter accounts. Change the Twitter profile, like just do like a daily Dandadan posting.
Not gonna lie, and if people think that we're crazy, we go to the Dandadan Twitter communities. They're like, "Oh, they're just full of themselves. What are they talking about?" There's no way.
We've been saying this for months.
We've been saying it
for months.
The last he can vouch for us, so last can vouch. We brought it up a few times in that stream. Yep. There, it's in the cloud.
That was good. That was good.
But yeah, I guess a little refresher for folks who are. I mean, I know everybody's probably read both chapters obviously by now, but we like to do a little recap. So, if you will.
So for the last chapter, we had the conclusion of the fight versus the Human Typhoon. There was a team up between Jiji and the GOAT, Zuma, and they had this, I called it a bronado attack, to where they both put their spiral powers into it. We had some umbrella, we had some kamehameha, patent pending, copyright. And all of a sudden, the typhoon that was above the water is dissipated completely because of how impactful that laser beam spiral shot was. It went at least 100 meters into the sea, probably more. Yeah, that was the highlight of last chapter. I'm sure there were some other like minor details, but that's really the only thing that I wanted to recap about, unless you have anything else.
Honestly, no. I'm ready to dissipate this Sharknado Human Typhoon thing-majig. Get it out of here. We need to go to Shimane now. Yesterday. Actually, yes. Yesterday. But I'm ready. So, who's starting this one?
I think, again, fingers crossed, my internet has been great. But just in case chapter 200 has some crazy stuff, I'll go first for chapter 199, and then we'll switch it up for next chapter.
Alrighty, take it away.
Okay, guys, so Vontae's going to get out of here. We're going to take off his mic, going to take off his camera. I'm going to blind react to the chapter. If you want to talk about anything, either during the reaction itself or possibly in my post discussion of the chapter, just feel free to leave a comment in the chat. Like the stream if you enjoy, because we need to push this series as much as possible moving forward. But with that being said, let's get right into it. Chapter 199, Clear Skies After the Storm. I love these little one-page recaps to start a chapter. It's the perspective that we saw to end the previous chapter normally, but it's a different angle, a different viewpoint. Tatsu just wants to flex his artist muscles a second time. Seriously? They actually beat the typhoon? Huh? You can use this place, so throw back to Daiki. Don't worry about it. I'll set things right, I swear. Where's Zuma? Where did he go? I don't know. I hope he makes it back somehow. Raya, take me to the cockpit. Huh? The cockpit? Why now? We have to go help Zuma. That's crazy talk. What can we do? You can't even walk. His dad was a pilot? I know how to pilot a plane. Okay, I got goosebumps. Huh? There's no way you know how to do that. This is way different than playing a video game at an arcade, you know? My father was a pilot. He used to use computer flight simulators all the time. Sorry, Raya. I've been fooling you this whole time. You and everyone else. You're all such good people, but I'm not like that. I'm not worth protecting. What? What do you mean you've been fooling everyone? I bullied my classmate. My dad's a pilot, you know? So I'm gonna become a pilot too. Wow, you're real smart, Daiki. You can do everything, so I know you can do it. What about you, Toru? You won't amount to anything. You suck at school, and you're good for nothing. Well, at best, you could be a garbage collector or something. But garbage collectors make the town clean. It's a really good job, actually. Thank you. Uno reverse card. Daiki's like, what? I looked down on him, but actually, he was the incredible one. And he made me realize how worthless I am. It frustrated me. It was because of that I was punished. I wasn't even able to go back to the home I was so proud of. I realized what a fool I was. To be honest, I figured it wouldn't really make a difference if I just died. Giving up would be easier for me mentally. Oh my god, so he probably would have became a yokai if it had not been for Zuma and his compassion that he showed. But I want to apologize to Toru. You and Zuma taught me something. How to live like a person. Oh, shout out to the final episode of Squid Game. If you know, you know. The kind of person I want to be. Like you and Zuma. Kind and strong and sincere. I want to be a decent man. If you or Zuma are in trouble, I want to be the kind of man who will do whatever it takes to help. Shit, I can endure this. Get it together. Oh, she's starting to get... What's it called? Like her peripheral vision is starting... she's got... It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it. Like, her vision is getting narrower, essentially. Just hold on. Momo is in real trouble. So Miss, are you okay? What are you two doing here? Let us take over the controls. I appreciate you calling me Miss. I was on the verge of passing out there. Are you implying you can fly this thing? Daiki's dad was a pilot, and apparently Daiki's used flight simulators. Why didn't you say that earlier? You didn't get this backstory, did you, Dodoria? Go back and read the last couple pages. Daiki, easy now. Stay calm. Got it. Hey, did we beat the typhoon? We did, but I've lost sight of the plane. How do we get back from here? Hang on, where's this worm headed? Hey, Osan. Obachan. Take us higher. Fly us towards Shimane. Are you freaking kidding me? We're bringing you punks straight to our hideout so you can become human sacrifices. Are you seriously on this tip again? Come on. Evil Eye, no, don't come out. You too, Jin. Damn you. You're gonna be sacrificed too. Mother, we've got trouble. Shut the hell up. Can't you see I'm talking? That is one big shark. It could just be perspective, but it looks like it's big enough to eat people, so this might be like a megalodon. Ah! Okay, it ate the front half of the worm. Jump! They jumped off. Oh, Evil Eye's out. Huh? Evil Eye? I'm gonna kill every last Kito. Kicks the shark with the Kito family inside. Come out of there right now. Boom. What the? Hey, we're falling. I ain't letting you people get away, you know. This is hardly the time to worry about that. Zuma, your umbrellas. I already used both. We're flying. No, you're falling. There's a difference. Grab onto each other. Don't wanna. Just do it. Oof. I'll use my power to act as a parachute. Here we go. Ooh, like a baseball catcher mitt. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Sorry about that. It's no good. We're not slowing down at all. Let go of me, damn it. I could kill you. I can't form wings if I'm holding you guys. Ah. The plane's coming back. I can see something. It's them. Definitely. It has to be. Granny, you'll find Jiji and the others straight ahead. Maintain speed. She's still outside. Well done, Vamola. But how did you figure out their location? Leave it to me. I'll grab it. Here we go, guys. I said I don't wanna. I'll kill you. Oh my god. Grabs onto the plane, and not like a part of the plane that if you tried grabbing it with like something of significant power or speed, hold on a second. Okay, I think that's the engine that got blown up. I was like, what the hell is that below the wing? But But I was going to say, normally when you have something coming at full speed and you have something that intersects it, it normally breaks, or the weaker of the two forces prevails. Awesome chapter. Man, I'm so glad I wasn't spoiled on that. The Daiki characterization. What up, Sherm? Welcome. And welcome to everyone else that is here. I see one viewer. It's probably just Sherm, but that's okay. Wonderful chapter. We just got started. Vante has yet to read this chapter. All I'm hearing from this chapter is Zuma's the GOAT. Zuma's the GOAT. Just plain and simple. Oh, man. Also, the mentality of this child old man is something I think really unique. We've had old people in young people's bodies before, but I don't think I've ever seen a young person that is in the body of an old person. At least not off the top of my head, I don't think so. Just quickly skimming through the chapter to see if I missed anything. And oddly enough, I think Toru, because he would be of a younger age, might believe Daiki if Daiki showed up to him in this old man form, more so than his parents would. Because, again, this is something paranormal, supernatural. I don't think I really fault the parents for not believing that this old man is their child. Their child. So, again, I feel like there's something to say about the youth and their perceptions of things. You can call it naivete if you want, but I truly do believe that kids have a way of understanding things that adults can't, because adults are, held down by logic or held down by emotions, complex emotions, whereas kids, they're much more, I don't want to say crude, but just kind of pure in an emotional sense, if that makes sense. Evil Eye came out, did his damn thing just for revenge. And then Vamola. She's also got a third person perspective, because we saw the same panel on page 22 that we saw on page 21. She sees that. So somehow she's got like drones. I don't know if this suit has surveillance that we just didn't know about. It'd be pretty cool if like the spikes or maybe the tail was detachable. I can't really tell if that shark is still biting her butt in that final page or not, but yeah, wonderful chapter. I pretty much don't have anything else to talk about for this one. Monte is probably like, where are you? It's been a while. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get him in. Again, guys, feel free to chime in the comment section, and we'll have a discussion. It's a little bit of a nostalgic stream because we get more than one chapter for the first time in a while. We've been weekly here for a few months now, so it's good to get more than just one chapter Dandadan. And especially chapter 200, which I think I got a very small spoiler, but it's one of those spoilers that I'll reiterate. It makes me want to read the chapter even more. I had a great time with this chapter. I had a great time. Lots
Felt
of
like it. All right. It's time. It's time. Like the stream, guys. Subscribe to your boys if you are new. Road to 1K. Anyway, that rhyme bars. 199, chapter 199. Clear skies after the storm. Seriously? They actually beat the typhoon? Huh? Oh, Daiki flashback? Yes. Flashback to Inzuma, obviously. Okay, nice. You can use this place. Don't worry about it. I'll set things right. I swear. Where's Zuma? Where did he go? I don't know. I hope he makes it back. He makes it back somehow. Raya, take me to the cockpit. Huh? The cockpit? Why now? We have to go help Zuma. That's crazy talk. What can we do? You can't even walk. Oh my god. Wow. Either dad was a pilot or he just remembered when he was on a plane and he was talking to a pilot and he had interest in being a... Wow. It's funny, we were talking about like if he became a yokai or whatever, and like was there anything that we seen that seemed symbolic of like a dream of his or a passion or something like that? This is interesting. I know how to pilot a plane. Do you like know or you just like, you know, I'm a little kid, always teaching me. All I know is like basic functionings of it, but obviously I wouldn't know the complexities to it. But maybe he does know. Who knows? Huh? There's no way you know how to do that. This is way different than playing a video game at an arcade. You know exactly. My father was a pilot. He let me use computer flight simulators all the time. You know, a little more advanced into his video game. Yeah, he know a little something. Sorry, Raya. I've been fooling you this whole time. You and everyone else. You're all such good people, but I'm not like that. I'm not worth protecting. I bullied my classmate. My dad's a pilot, you know. So I'm going to become a pilot too. Wow, you're real smart, Daiki. Can you do everything so I can? I mean, you can do you can do everything, so I know you can do it. What about you, Taru? You won't amount to anything. You suck at school. Wow, and you're good for nothing. Well, at best, you could be a garbage collector. Fun with this chapter, huh? This is kind of funny because, like, oh, Daiki's such a sweet boy. He is still sweet. He's still an innocent child that this path should have never, you know, the path that he's on now, being an old man and all that going into the game. All that stuff shouldn't have happened. But this is Tatsu. He's controlling the audience. He's like, hold on, I'm gonna put in a little swerve for you guys. I rock with it. But garbage collectors make the town clean. It's really a good job, actually. Thank you. Wonder if we'll see this kid then again too in the future. I looked down on him, but actually he was the incredible one, and he made me realize how worthless I am. It frustrated me. It was because of that I was punished. I wasn't even able to go back to the home I was so proud of. I realized what a fool I was. And this is another thing. Seeing because I'm still calling him a kid. He really is a kid from how all this shit happened. So for that to happen to him, right? And he feels like this is punishment for, like, that's, damn. Just to see his perspective now, like actually get to see it instead of just like kind of headcanon it makes everything different. I realized what a fool I was. To be honest, I figured it out. I figured it wouldn't really make a difference if I just died. Giving up will be easier for me mentally. But I want to apologize to Toru. You and Zuma taught me something, how to live like a person, the kind of person I want to be. Like you and Zuma, kind and strong and sincere. I want to be a decent man. If you or Zuma are in trouble, I want to be the kind of man who would do whatever it takes to help. I believe you too. Of course, Seiko's still going through it with the injuries. Ribs. Shit. I can endure this. Get it together. Just hold on. Momo is in real trouble. So Miss, are you okay? What are you two doing here? Let us take control. Let us take over the controls. I appreciate you calling me miss. I was on the verge of passing out. You know something about Seiko? I really like how open she is. She's not like she knows her limits. She knows what she just has to try to do. She's not just gonna be like, no, absolutely not. Like she might question. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Flying planes, but she's obviously gonna allow them to help. Are you implying you can fly this thing? Exactly. Daiki's dad was a pilot, and apparently Daiki's used flight simulators. Why didn't you say that earlier? See, she fully was like, all right, Daiki, easy now, stay calm. Got it. Hey, did we beat the typhoon? We did, but I've lost sight of the plane. How do we get back from here? Hang on, where's this worm headed? Hey, old bag, take us higher. Fly us towards Shimane. Are you freaking kidding me? We're bringing you punks straight to our hideout so you can become human sacrifices. Ah, shit. Evil Eye, is he coming out? Evil Eye, no, don't come out. You too, Jin. Damn you. You're going to be sacrificed too. Mother, we've got trouble. Shut the hell up. Can't you see I'm talking? Oh, shit. The shark. It's Bruce. I'm finding Nemo. No. Ah, jump. Like that panel, that bottom right panel on 16 of Evil Eye. Evil Eye, I'm going to kill every last Kito. Yes, that's yes. Change all the whole deal with Okaron. Yeah, switch it to just Kito. Yep. Come out of there right now. Whew. What? What the? Hey, we're falling. I ain't letting you people get away, you know. This is hardly the time to worry about that. Zuma, your umbrellas. I already used both. Wow, we're flying. Grab onto each other. Don't wanna. Just do it. Oof. I'll use my power to act as a parachute. Here we go. Say yo. Hey. Alright, we good. Not really. It's no good. We're not slowing down at all. Let go. Oh, me, damn it. Let go of me, damn it. I could kill you. I can't form wings if I'm holding you guys. I can't form wings if I'm holding you guys. Ah, planes come. The planes come back. I can see something. It's them. Definitely. It has to be. Granny, you'll find Jiji and the others straight ahead. Maintains. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, Momola. Maintain speed. Well done, Momola. But how did you figure out their location? Give it to me. I'll grab it. Here we go, guys. I said I don't want it. I'll kill you. That's fire. That panel right there with the hand. I feel like that could be like a volume cover, like with the Momo aura hand on top of the plane or something from like a different perspective in the Sharknado or the dissipating storm, really, the eye of the storm. Huh. This was a fun chapter indeed. Definitely. Damn, Daiki. It's like that, dude. It's like that. You said, man, you could be like a garbage collector or something. Like, damn. Damn, son.
Although I will say I appreciate how much aware he was that he was a piece of crap. Like, he almost immediately was like, well, I suck as a person.
He's smart.
You have
like
that
they said, he's very smart.
4 years old? Like, that's insane.
So he's officially a new member. Like, he's not dying. He's absolutely not dying now. His death flag left. At least for now. It's left. Because he needs to go back to Toru, apologize. I hope he can. Yeah.
Also, shout out to Toru. How pure is that? They make society cleaner. Again, with the wisdom of these kids. I'm just impressed.
It'd be great in Gachi Akuda. Shout out to him, man. Perfect. Cleaner.
You know, we always have a reference to a series where we never thought we would. They literally are talking about trash collectors. I wonder if Tatsu, if he's like a Gachi Akuda fan. Like, I wonder what other series he reads.
I feel like there's certain similarities. Like, it has a similar vibe to it, definitely, from what I've read.
Now, one thing I did want to kind of review to get your thoughts on it. Go back to page... 21.
Mm-hmm.
And then go to page 22.
The whole like Romola getting the location, maybe being able
Yes,
to.
but she has a third party perspective shot. Like, does she have drones that she's controlling?
Yeah, because she's only on the side of the plane, so for it to show
It
like
doesn't make
she's
sense for
above
her to
the
have
plane.
that perspective, and then you can see in her HUD at the top of page 22.
That
it's
is
like,
interesting.
I think Granny's like, how did you know their location? She's probably been watching this whole thing from a drone.
Yeah, gotta be. Because even like in the panel with her on 22 at the top, she's like, you can see the same, or on 23 rather, you can see the same shot from the end of 22, the bottom panel of the plane, being above the plane. How the hell can you do that? Observation hockey, okay. You got some,
I know what you
know,
are.
You got star eyes. Eh? I know what you are, Tatsu. No, seriously, like it literally could be. It either is like a drone or something like that, or it literally could just be an ocular power. I would say it's probably like a drone or something like you said, but we know what you are, Tatsu, because it has to be either or.
I mean, we haven't really talked about other powers that different alien species could have in this world. Now, I know, technically speaking, Vamola looks human, but she is an alien. She's from another planet.
What is that supposed to be in the back on the final page on 24? Is that supposed to be?
At first I was like, what the hell is that? I was like, is it coming towards us? But then I think the most likely option is that's one of the turbines that is on fire.
Okay.
Because of the placement of it underneath the wing.
Damn, Daiki. I could fly it. And once again, Seiko's like such a relatable, grounded character.
Immediately. Yeah. She's like, okay, you try it.
She knows her limits. She know that she had, like, put it like this, right? In most series, at least early in the series, because I would still say this is like early in the series, most mentors, senseis, they always have an answer for everything. They always can find their way at all times. Even if their back is up against the wall, they always find a way. Her, though, admittedly, just like with Daiki, admittedly, with his whole self-awareness back then, with him and the other kid, she is aware, and admittedly, she wouldn't been able to save the plane, honestly, based off of how she easily is.
I mean, she's squinting looking at the instruction manual.
Yeah. So I like how vulnerable she is. Like, she's not a super powered person. She's just someone who has the know-how but has limitations. She's not beyond anything, crazy in terms of like, some kind of, like, she's not the sensei that is just has a very special lineage or a special ace in her sleeve. She just is knowledgeable and she uses whatever she can.
She's Deku without a quirk. She is a human. She is competent, but her body has physical limitations.
Yep. I respect it a lot. Because, if we're seeing shit like this from her, no telling from her backstory when we find out more from her character, explore her character more, no telling what else she's been through in life. Because if she's still struggling with, like, day-to-day missions and tasks, like, it could have been even worse back then, from years ago.
Yeah.
The bullfight, this is literally from the bullfight, and she still has these injuries. So imagine what else she's went through in the past.
Ooh, I just caught on to something. Maybe go back to page 6. So there's Oh my god, I just realized 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different things. That page is so jam-packed. Anything that you notice or anything that you can
On
glean
6?
from that? Page 6.
So with him saying he bullied a classmate, and then him like, "Yep, I'm so good, I'm so dope," and they're like, "Wow, you're real smart."
This is crazy.
Does it has? Are you thinking from like Raya's perspective or something? Like the way that he's looking almost seems like he like sees it or feels it or something.
Notice a scar on his face.
He didn't have that already?
I just don't remember seeing a scar in his face.
Maybe I'm just assuming because he's a delinquent that he had it. Or I'm thinking maybe from the bathroom situation he might have had it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe thankfully it was just like a scar that they put on his face as opposed to other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's going through his mind? He didn't say a lot when Daiki was saying what he was saying. So he's probably thinking back to the bullying of this kid he's been protecting, this old man he's been protecting, is one of the bullies that hurt Raya directly, that put this scar on his face, that traumatized him. Like, he might be able to forgive his bullies. That's huge, potentially. And then looking at the panel to where I bullied my classmate, I think that's Toru. Look what they stuffed inside of his shoe locker. I think they had, if you then look at the panel to the left,
trash.
I think they had, yes, trash is one thing, but I think they also, you know, did like a career day. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? So he might have put garbage man, and they might have all stuffed garbage in his locker.
You know what? Let's just say, if Daiki still does end up dying, I wonder. I don't know. I think he's gonna come up to him. He's gonna look like an old man or something, or you know, he's like, "What the hell? Who's this guy talking to me? Who are you?" He's just gonna give him like a, I don't know, say something to him and apologize. Like, okay, weird, but okay. That was really cool character exploration here. Like, we didn't have ever had that mindset about Daiki at all. And everything they did in this chapter, from the whole pilot thing,
yes,
I'll pilot the plane, I was a bully, like none of that stuff we ever thought even remotely
came out of left field.
Innocent
and you know
kid,
what? I love it.
You know, yeah. Like, Tatsu is really good when it comes to characterization. You never know how you'll get it from these characters. You never know.
And also then on page 7, that whole dynamic of bullying at school in that type of age demographic, it reminds me a lot of Spy Family and the classist mentality and the derogatory comments that kids make based on how much money that your parents make. So obviously Daiki's like the crown jewel of the class because his dad's a pilot. I wonder if Toru was just being, you know, not like hiding his feelings, but he was hurt because when then I go back to page 6, his fist is clenched a little bit. So I don't know if he is, you know, putting on a brave face on page 7 or what, you know, because we're shown page 6 and then page 7. But I think the sequence of events in that, you know, world is page 7 and then page 6. Does that make sense?
I see what you mean.
So, like, Toru says one thing in response to the verbal jabs that Daiki did. But then he said, I bullied my classmate. He didn't really, like, bully you at first. I just think it's a kind of unique perspective to show us.
I don't know. I just looked at it like as how he was saying from in the plane going to the backstory. He was just looking at him at the locker with the trash in there, and then the sequence just went in that order. Like how we read
because
it.
there was already trash in his locker, he said you'd be good as a garbage man.
Yeah, I think because like the backstory, I think it like just started from that image of seeing him with the trash in the locker, like the worst part of the bullying. It started with that, and then it went.
Yeah, that's
from,
why I said I think it's out of sequence. Yeah. I think page 7 comes before page 6, or at least the first panel. Of page 6. Let me clarify.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Am I tripping, or is page 9 the top panel with Daiki? Is that reminiscent of something you've seen before?
An art piece. Zuma.
An art piece, not from this manga, from like a famous art with the crying, the mad face with the arm over it like that. I forget what it's called.
No,
people use it for like memes a lot now. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, I mean, I don't think
you know what I mean once I
gotcha. Okay.
Tatsu, I know what you are, man. It's the Fallen Angel art piece.
Fallen Angel art piece.
You know what I mean. Immediately when you see it.
Have I ever seen this before?
You never seen it?
Maybe not.
Interesting. It's a pretty popular painting, but it'd be memeified too sometimes. I'd be seeing people use it for memes.
You know, Vontae, I think you're cooking, because he has done classical references before.
Yeah,
I could see that 100%.
Because like, it's a similar face. It's like that anger, sadness with half of your face covered from the nose down.
No, I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Tasha, I know what you are, bro. You're a history buff.
He's just cultured, is what he is.
Yep. You know what? The only two mangaka that I've seen that are truly cultured are Tatsu and Araki. I know there's more, but those are the ones that come up first in my mind. They're some knowers. They know a lot.
Do you know anything else besides the fact that this is a famous piece of art? Do you know like the story behind it, like what it's meant to represent?
I know it has something to do with the obvious, the fallen angel thing, connections like Lucifer, that stuff, I believe, but I don't really have a.
I mean, that would be a hell of a reference to Daiki's character in like the fallen angel type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he in the sky right now, pilot. Yes, Fujimoto's definitely movie cultured. It's just from the opening alone. I know he had input on that with the visuals.
Who went on to become the devil? That might be a death flag for Daiki. I said
Daichi. Oh wow, death flag for Daichi.
Freudian slip.
His name is just synonymous with death.
My bad, guys.
No, he's just the face of death.
I mean,
somebody need to make a meme like that. He's the face of death. Like, no matter, there's no Grim Reaper. No, Daichi is the face of death.
And then you do the overlay with Umai.
I've become death.
I'm died.
Daichi, what do you mean?
Oh,
Oppenheimer. Man. No.
And become death. You have like the film grade filter on it. It's like the statically record scratch in the background.
No. No. You know what? Daichi's parents, I mean, I know obviously they're like, okay, who is this random guy? But like the way that they reacted, they do come off of like smart asses. So he does come from it seemed like a family that's kind of like know-it-alls, and Mm-hmm. So I do like the consistency there with him and his parents. It's kind of a first in the series.
I feel like I got some more homework to do. I'm going to do some wiki searches on this painter's other works, because there's a really interesting title for one of his other works, Cleopatra testing poisons on condemned prisoners.
Yeah, no, Dandadan. So, because I just want to know, like, Tatsu, what are you going to include next in the series? Like, there's so much stuff he can get into, like, from any time period. I'm ready for it. I'm just waiting for Count Saint Germain to start playing an instrument. That has to happen. Like,
What
he
do you
literally
think
was
he's playing?
a
What do you think
violinist.
he's playing? Oh, okay,
violin.
Yeah.
Or piano. Either or. I think he played a few instruments, but
Domestic girlfriend. Da, 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 da.
domestic boyfriend.
Sorry, guys. Vontae's just having like this philosophical, and I'm just like, memes. Funny.
I mean, that painting is memes.
It's the dichotomy of this channel.
Yep. You get one side, you get the other side. It's like the Green Goblin. It's like it's Norman Osborn. You never know. One of us is going to be the Green Goblin.
I was going to say that the taco girl, like, why not soft shell and hard shell? Porco no los dos. Or porque no los dos, I think. The dichotomy.
The dichotomy.
Sure. You're the goat.
So one last thing, I kind of went over it already, but like Seiko, like I'm just looking at page 10 once again, like her trying to read, and she's like kind of fading out of it, about to, go unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like, once again, you don't see that happen a lot with characters like this in series, where like I just keep having to go back to the word vulnerable. Like you don't see this often from like a non-end game or a non-big arc situation where you're damn near gonna die or like fail everybody or fail yourself. Like usually they look within, they figure something out enough so that the rest of the game can kind of help from them, setting it up for everybody. But like, no, it was gonna go down. She was going to pass out. She was trying to endure it, but she was going to pass out.
I might be looking too much into that, but it's almost like those three panels are showcasing, not to say that Dodoria doesn't have affection for her granddaughter, but it seemed more like a protector of something that...
yeah, the way she said that.
Because she says Momo is in real trouble.
Right. Because you wouldn't say it.
You just like my granddaughter is in real trouble?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You would say my granddaughter and her friends are in trouble. Like, I have to save these kids. Something like that. Which one of you guys likes men? What kind of... That's really the first comment you came in. Who are you? And where the fuck did that come from?
I wasn't even going to read it out loud, but yeah.
What? Like what? People
and
just
here we
have
go.
interesting brains.
The dichotomy of this channel.
Like what?
We get some great comments, and then I don't know. That's a little.
Bro came in and said, "You know what? Let me say something completely off topic." And
I want to start something. All right, but I will let you get into chapter 200. Enjoy.
200. All right. Guys know the drill, man. Like the stream. Subscribe if you are new. If you're enjoying the content. We're here with Dandadan. We're going to always be here for Dandadan. We pillars of Dandadan, God damn it, on YouTube. All right, we're going to stay with Dandadan. Hopefully it's a long series. Hopefully Tatsu wants to write it that long. Hopefully Jump allows him to. We're going to be here forever. And obviously for the anime when it comes back, as it does come back this Thursday. So pull up for that if you guys want to see our reactions to the anime production from Studio Saru for the Cursed House arc, and then some. All right, chapter 200, everyone's whereabouts. Okay, interesting chapter title. So we're going to see what everybody's got going on. So we see a plane leaving. Is that their plane? Oh, or is it landing? It's probably landing. They probably finally landed, huh? All right, we landed. We're still in the voided space. We're still in this space, though. Kind of scared something's going to just appear in here or some shit. We made it. Daiki, that was awesome. Holy shit, you did it. What the? We're done flying. I thought for sure we were goners. Hey, is this a damn shark? I can't believe it. There's a shark in here. Oh, yeah, he's blind. You're like, what the hell? I was getting bit on the butt by sharks nonstop. Now our time in empty space is about to run out. Oh no, everyone get back to your seats. Hurry, Evil Eye, over here. Don't want to. Shut up. Zuma, you don't just stand there. I can't see, you know. You're over here. Ah, it's running out. No, hold on. I want to see outside. I'm going out. Sit your ass down, you freaking blockhead. Don't make me tell Okudon. Boom, we back like nothing happened. And look at Evil Eye. He is not pleased by this. He said, I want to get out of here, man. The hell? He is completely annoyed. He is upset. What the heck just happened? Thank goodness nothing happened in the real world. When the typhoon was approaching, I was worried something might happen. Well, thank goodness we've arrived safe and sound. Actually, those people with the blade seem to have just disappeared. I wonder what that was about. Kind of scary, huh? It wasn't a dream, right? Well, okay. Damn it, what the hell is going on here? Where in Tarnation are we? We're in some goddamn boonies somewhere. Mother, I'm as light as a feather. Does the air seem thin to you? Where the fuck are they? Are they on the fucking moon? If they are, that's interesting how they if we're like on Earth perspective in that top panel looking up at what the fuck? Shit. Momo Ayase set us up. Her whole plan was to use however she pleased before shuffling us off somewhere far away. Momo Ayase, you'll never get away with this. I swear I'm going to tear you to pieces. And don't you forget it. What in the hell are they doing? Hey, Tatsu. You know what he is? That's hilarious. Tatsu. I was just about to say, Tatsu. I know what you are. You want to know why? Not only because they're on the moon, but also the silhouette panel on the bottom of page 7, them doing their little anaconda pose. It just remind me of like dancing around the campfire in Skypiea. You know, that shit. I know what you are, bro. He think he's slick. He swear he's slick. Rokudu, what the hell are you? Oh, it's not Rokudu. This is people. So this the Serpoians. It failed. We teleported that typhoon from the Philippines, thinking it would bring down the plane. To think it was forced to dissipate. Wow. So y'all playing this shit? Okay. I like that we finally got an answer as to who or what did it. Momo Ayase is an exceptionally dangerous being. I would rather not get near her, but maybe our chances will be improved through hand-to-hand combat. If we do not do something soon, Momo Ayase could be taken by Count Saint Germain. Okay, so they working. They kind of working, not necessarily with Rokudu, but like in terms of not at least letting her go to him. They're doing a job to not allow that to happen. It will be necessary for us to send in a great number of troops. Oh yeah, so the end of an arc. We're getting ready for the next arc. Look at Mudu, whatever this fucking name is. This fuck, Mr. Murakami. God damn it, Koki. You shouldn't have. Come on, Koki. You shouldn't have said his name. I didn't want to remember his name. Mr. Murakami threatened me, saying he would spread pictures of me in my underwear. Yeah, get him out of it. Lock him up. Throw the key away. I understand. You can head home now if you agree to come down to the station tomorrow to make a detailed statement. Are you alright? You did good, you know. No, all of this is my fault. Takakura, it hurts. Miss Tori, I'll come with you. Shall I come along too? If possible. Just Takakura, please. I'll ride along. You two, go on home. Yes, miss. Understood. Takakura, come visit me. Promise? The young lady always keeps her chin up. I'm worried about her, though. Me too. Class rep, are you okay? I'm totally fine. Miss Shiratori and Miss Yukishito were both protecting me. Actually, how's Hase? Yeah, where am I? Please calm down. Who cares about that guy? Honestly. More importantly, this case still isn't solved. According to the young lady, Murakami, much like Yukishito, was instructed by someone to collect abilities. You mean there's someone else who's trying to steal Miss Ayase's powers? Mr. Yase. They say that in this day and age, criminal organizations are becoming secret societies. Before they were easy to spot, but more recently they've been mixing so well into society that we have no idea where they are or what they're doing. They're completely invisible. Oh boy. There's a story overseas about an old man who drove a tractor who was actually mafioso. Also, the members of such an organization don't usually know one another's names or faces, but how can they be organized like that? Outsourcing, meaning they contract their criminals. It's more cost efficient and it leaves less of a trail. I'm sure there are other reasons. About an old man who drove a tractor who was actually a mafioso. What do you mean? Is he trying to say mafia or is he trying to say something else? They would rather destroy her than let. Yeah, okay. So yeah, they would rather get her out of here and allow it rather than. Yeah, that makes sense. But y'all don't gotta kill her. How about we just team up with her? She's good. Trust us, Herponius, trust us. Rokudu, he fuck with her. Y'all can too. Y'all basically the same fucking DNA clone twins, whatever y'all want to call yourself. Doppelganger. They're supposed to be a part of an organization, but they're scattered, not knowing where the enemy is or who their allies are. But then there's no way to reach the real mastermind. Is this the Illuminati, man, that we've been talking about forever? Hey, I'm ready for it. Let me hear that name drop. But then there's no way to reach the real mastermind. I'm not so sure about that. They're not a monolith. Organizations that don't think of individuals as people because of cost effectiveness or whatever will inevitably start to break down. What's important is our connections with comrades we trust. If the bonds of the History and Culture Research Club are strong, then we need to fear no enemy. Then there's hope. Sakata, you knew just what to say. Class rep, you're not a good judge of people, so you need to be more careful. That's not true. Thinking about Momo, private first class Takakura. I was the first one to come to mind as a comrade just now, wasn't I? Absolutely not. Huh? Sure. If anything should happen to me, don't hesitate to rush to my side so we can combine that at once. Okay. Okurun Manjiro. Who's that friend or foe? Who's that friend or foe? I'm here because my master told me to protect all of you. You mean Miss Seiko? My master was attacked by a mysterious group, and now she's worried you and others may be targeted too. She told me to give this to you, Okurun. Boy, we got some kind of little special grade weapon over here, you know what I'm saying? Some JJK stuff. What we got? No, seriously, what is that? Is there I'm about to say a bat? Nah, it's something else wrapped up. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Illuminati question mark? No. Are we here? Secret society? Secret group? I think we here. I think we are here. Outsourcing, man, they contract their crimes. It's more cost efficient and it leaves less of a trail, I'm sure. So we're gonna have some assassins out here, sneakily, or yeah, pretty much assassins out here. Oh, we're finally getting to some nitty gritty shit. This is some Sakamoto days times 1,000. Could be her Nessie bat. All right, I'm gonna get twitchy in here. We finally get into a new arc. That's what's up. All right. Nice. Once again, guys, if you are here and you have not liked the stream, it helps us get out to that algorithm so more people can hop into these streams every Monday and just know that you'll always be updated when it comes to when we stream. And we always stream at 8:15 p.m. Eastern time, so every Monday. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. We always here with Dandadan. All right. Oh, all right. Peace then. Peace. All right. Peace out, man. All right,
Sorry. You get Vante's reaction in chapter 200, but not mine. I'm holding this one to myself. No, just kidding, guys. I would not do that. We would even postpone the stream if my internet failed. But, as Vante has likely said, please like the stream for chapter 200, and let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit, they're in Shimane. Okay. I think so. Okay, so chapter 200, everyone's whereabouts. This plane is clunk, 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 clunk. Its way to the end. I can't believe he landed the plane. It's one thing to fly it while it's already in the air, but to land it is another incredible feat. We made it. Daiki, that was awesome. Holy shit, you did it. Yeah. What the? We're done flying? I thought for sure we were goners. Hey, is this a damn shark? I can't believe it. There's a shark in here. There's a snake in my boat. There's a shark in my plane. I was getting bit on the butt by sharks nonstop. Now our time in empty space is about to run out. Oh no, everyone get back to your seats. Hurry, Evil Eye, over here. Don't wanna. Zuma, don't just stand there. I can't see, you know. You're over here. Ah, it's running out. No, hold on. I want to see outside. I'm going out. Sit your ass down, you freaking blockhead. Don't make me tell Okarun. Mom and Dad and the rebellious child. There's going to be a really comedic panel, I'm hoping, on this next page. So let's look at it. Nope, back to normal. What the heck just happened? Thank goodness, nothing happened in the real world. We have discussed that. Okay, and talk about disgusting. That woman's face, it looks like a Rokaru, but a female version, or a female fake human.
That's what I just noticed after when you came out. I was going back. I was like, "What? Wait a minute! I missed that.
That's the hell? Creepy." That it's the smile for me. Interesting that the plane is okay. So, okay. So what I'm thinking might be the case with empty space. Now that we see this panel, is that empty space creates, let's just call it a shadow, and this shadow, unlike in the real world, can detach from objects. So whatever happens in empty space stays in empty space. Shout out to Las Vegas. But I was just not expecting that. Everyone's fine. Everyone's like, nothing ever happened. So the reason why I say I think they're separated is because the shadow plane, it turned around, it got bombarded, but the regular plane, it just landed as it should have been. And then before they came back to the real world from empty space, I think probably the shadow reconnected like Lego blocks. When the typhoon was approaching, I was worried something might happen. Well, thank goodness we've arrived safe and sound. Shoom. Actually, those people with the blades seem to have just disappeared. I wonder what that was about. Kinda scary, huh? It wasn't a dream, right? Well, okay. All's well that ends well. Kito family is just like, shark feed. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? Where in tarnation are we? We're in some goddamn bony somewhere. Mother, I'm as light as a feather. Does the air seem thin to you? Okay, this might be related to my spoiler. All I gotta say is, what the hell? Shit. Momo Ayase set us up. Her whole plan was to use us however she pleased before shuffling us off somewhere far away. Oh my god. That spoiler was real? I was like, let's go to the moon. And I was like, what? Momo Ayase, you'll never get away with this. I swear I'm gonna tear you to pieces. As they're doing the Egyptian walk or the anaconda pose. And don't you forget it. Okay, needless to say, these subterraneans are about to rule over the moon. That's their new domain. Rokaru. Or I guess one of the other Serpoians. It failed. We teleported that typhoon from the Philippines thinking it would bring down the plane. To think it was forced to dissipate. Momo Ayase is an exceptionally dangerous being. I would rather not get near her. But maybe our chances would be improved through hand-to-hand combat. If we do not do something soon, Momo Ayase could be taken by Count Saint Germain. It will be necessary for us to send in a great number of troops. What? The Serpoians are at odds with Count Saint Germain? Mr. Murakami threatened me, saying he would spread pictures of me in my underwear. I understand. You can head home now if you agree to come down to the station tomorrow to make a detailed statement. Are you all right? You did good, you know? No. All of this is my fault. Takakura, it hurts! Miss Shiratori, I'll come with you. Shall I come along too? If possible, just Takakura, please. I'll ride along. You two go on home. Eh? Yes, miss. Understood. Takakura, come visit me. Promise. The young lady always keeps her chin up. Oh, I missed you, Kita. I'm worried about her, though. Me too. Class rep, are you okay? I'm totally fine. Miss Shiratori and Miss Yukishiro were both protecting me. Actually, how's Hase? Gah! Where am I? Please calm down. Who cares about that guy? More importantly, we as the reader, if you have a brain cell, you will care about this man because he is coming back 100%. More importantly, this case still isn't solved. According to the young lady, Murakami, much like Yukishiro, was instructed by someone to collect abilities. You mean there's someone else who's trying to steal Miss Ayase's powers? Miss Ayase? They say that in this day and age, criminal organizations are becoming secret societies. Wait, has Kinta forgotten who Momo is? I think so. I think that's the implication of those two panels. Hurry! Before, they were easy to spot, but more recently, they've been mixing so well into society that we have no idea where they are or what they're doing. They're completely invisible. There's a story overseas about an old man who drove a tractor who was actually Mephisio. Also, the members of such an organization don't usually know one another's names or faces. The Illuminati? But how can they be organized like that? Outsourcing, meaning they contract their crimes. It's more cost effective and leaves less of a trail. I'm sure there are other reasons. They're supposed to be part of an organization, but they're scattered, not knowing where the enemy is or who their allies are. But then there's no way to reach the real mastermind. I'm not so sure about that. They're not a monolith. Organizations that don't think of individuals as people because of cost effectiveness or whatever will inevitably start to break down. What's important now is our connections with comrades we trust. If the bonds of history and culture research club are strong, then we need fear no enemy. Then there's hope. Sakata, you knew just what to say. Yay! Class rep, you're not a good judge of people, so you need to be more careful. That's not true. Private First Class Takakura, I was the first one to come to mind as a comrade just now, wasn't I? Huh? Sure. If anything should happen to me, don't hesitate to rush to my side so we can combine at once. Okay. Okaroon. Manjiro. Who's that? Friend or foe? He's in a battle stance. I'm here because my master told me to protect all of you. Manjiro, you are so late. You mean Miss Seiko? My master was attacked by a mysterious group. Okay, so the timing, this is why she instructed him to come here. And now she's worried you and the others may be targeted too. She told me to give this to you, Okaroon. Okay, so this was an edited panel that I saw on Twitter, and it was a gun. It was a gun from like Gantz or something. I was like, oh my goodness.
Where we are in America.
On it, yeah, well, truthfully. I think this might be... Do you know if there's other parts of the blade that Sanjime was using? Maybe like a hilt or something?
Like, you think that's what's in there? Or something?
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's something.
Or maybe like another deity that was sealed within some sort of object.
I think it's some kind of weapon that probably like wards off. It's like it might be like a strapped up like talisman type of weapon or something that like wards off yokai or.
Given Okaroon has no powers, at least as far as we know, what would you want this item to be?
Something akin to like Seiko's bat. Like, it'd be cool to see Okaroon with like a weapon, just fighting with a weapon, just going crazy with it.
Any specific idea you had in mind?
Nanotech is really Kenta's thing. I mean, Okaroon, obviously, he's dabbled with that recently. I think it has to be something different from everybody else. I don't know. The only thing I can say is that I think it will be versatile, but I have no clue what it could actually be, besides, like what I said about some kind of talisman or something that can protect him and other people. So, like, some kind of sword. Maybe not a sword, but like a...
Interesting.
Oh, something that he can like do everything with. Block, swing. You know, this is his Zanpakuto.
I had a pretty cool idea, I think. What if that is the power pole?
Why though?
So, you know how, and guys, I am saying this from never having read Dragon Ball, so this is very surface level information. The Wazamono blades, sure. No, but I was thinking, like, what if, because he doesn't have any parents, you know, Okaroon is supposed to be this child of the stars type of thing. And as you said, the versatility in having a power pole, it also goes back to Dodoria as a shaman or as a priestess. So I'm sure that there are some holy gods of the lands that she's made contact with. And this might be a weapon. Like, why specifically would she instruct Manjiro to give that to Okaroon specifically and not have either Manjiro use it or something else? So I think the versatility that he's shown with nanotech, with Kenta, and also the usefulness of a weapon like a power pole, I think it'd be a pretty good fit for Okaroon, if I'm being honest.
Do you think it's something that she, I guess, tried to put together as soon, like, once Turbo Granny, once the power got transferred back to her? Do you think she kind of, I don't know, whatever this is, built it up?
Yes.
Yeah.
That, or he needed something. You know, it was in storage, and she's like, he has to have this.
Okaroon, are you good at baseball? You good at swinging the bat? Let me know, man. You might be, you know. But there's some other stuff in this chapter, so it's funny because me, you, and Sherm were all like, Tatsu, we know what you are. With the whole moon thing. And even like the whole anaconda silhouette, I'm like, what is that supposed to be, like a reference to the Skypiea dance or something? With the campfire. And then obviously the moon and Eneru, like a villain antagonist going to the moon, coming back later. Like,
They'll be an ally in the final war. I know what you are.
Tatsu. Like,
you're not fooling us. We have.
I'm just waiting for that
clocked.
one that is like so on point that no one can deny it. Like, even though we personally feel like you
So,
can't
I don't know,
deny
man.
a lot
Like
of stuff.
they even had like a reference back in this chapter to the punching of the Celestial Dragon panel when they kicked Murakami. I'm like, okay, that the mural, like they literally said bounce man. Like, how many different pieces of evidence that you need?
Sherm, I would love if he had nunchucks. I'd love that. I love nunchucks.
See, I was thinking of something he could use with his speed because like nunchucks would be cool.
That'd be fast.
Didn't he say something when he initially was rolling with Kinta and Ira to go back to the school? Like he noticed he was faster than normal.
Yeah, he definitely has gotten more in shape.
No, but it seemed a little bit more than that to me when I read that. It seemed like he had maybe like the lingering embers of Turbo Granny's power, even if it's just like a little spark.
Maybe. I will say though, I feel like it would have to be something that can easily be used, because I don't think she should give him anything that he doesn't know how to use. Like when it comes to, that's why I thought if it's something that he just has to like swing and block with, I mean, it's kind of, I guess, common sense at a point of how to use something like that. Kind of like I'm gonna make a reference just because I don't, whatever. Squid Game. I'm just gonna say the pole. If you know, you know. It's like it's something that you know how to use to protect yourself, swing at somebody, something like that.
I like that idea too, Sherm. A quick draw katana, so kind of to mirror Sanjame's sword style. Like that would be a really cool end game antagonist versus if they had just katana fights, Okarun and Sanjame for the sake of the world. Is there any other like famous supernatural katanas outside of the what's the one Sanjame has? Ashura. Is there any other ones?
Blade. There are. I can't think of any right now, but there's a lot.
Okay.
Wado Uchimonji.
Isn't
I think that is. I feel like I've seen it in another series. Did I? Or maybe just one of the words.
Okay. Yeah.
This chapter was really good. Obviously, it was just to show that, okay, we're closed that arc, we're getting into another arc. But there's some other few things to talk about.
What'd you make of the Serpoians?
So, Sherm, he had said there that basically it's like they would rather kill her rather than have Count Saint Germain take her. So,
but why?
I mean, that's a bigger threat. Whatever a power can do, I guess, they figured that, well, we know she's doing some shit that's beyond even our, like, we don't even know what the hell she's doing. And if he gets his hand, because he collects everything, so if he collects that, something that we all don't know about, like know the logistics and how it works, it could be a problem. I guess they just feel like it's like actually I'm gonna leave it at that. I was gonna reference it to real world stuff.
We'll leave it as is. We'll leave it as is.
It's dangerous. Your power is dangerous. In the wrong hands.
I got it.
But the big elephant in the room. It looks like we're right there. We're peeking through the window. Secret society.
Yeah. Outsourcing. I love how Kinta was able to clock that. He has been the general in more ways than one. Like, he has come up with plans, you know, paired with the nanotech, of course. That's just how he implements his ideas. But I love that he was the one to put that together.
I'm not gonna lie, this might be one of the most useful casts I've seen. Like, everybody is so useful that, like, there's no one that's getting carried right now.
Oh yeah, they're all MVPs in their own respective aspects. They all contribute. It's not one person pulling more weight than the other. Obviously, Momo's like the MVP of the whole story, but like she's had some help.
Yep. But yeah, Illuminati. Do you think that's what it is? Do you think we're getting there, or is it just like
It might
some
be a
criminal
misdirect.
syndicate?
It might be like the reptilians, I think Laz was talking about for one moment, or maybe like the Men in Black. Because I understand why Kinta is saying this. He's talking about an organization, but
Yep.
as far as we know, this is really just Sanjame's doings. He's playing chess on a chessboard, but I don't know. Again, we mentioned how Sanjime might be a part of the Illuminati with Ludris, with other people. I really want to reconnect with Paise and Kashimoto.
Yes.
Because I know they know more about this secret society type of thing than anyone else.
I'm confused about one thing. So, what you seen on page 15 when Kenta he started to talk about a situation, a story overseas. He said there's a story overseas about an old man who drove a tractor who was actually mafioso. So he's saying he's a mafia, and that was it. Like, where was he? Like, that was just like a random throw-in, loosely connected thing because he was thinking about like crime organizations. But,
okay,
like, what was that?
I think it might be and the translation has been beautiful in this series. I think that might be like a shortcoming in the translation. Not to say they made a mistake. I just don't think it can be directly translated. So going to the previous panel on page 14, they've been mixing so well into society.
I see. Yeah.
So there's even a man who drove a tractor, and I just thought of Farmer Earl. Like,
right.
He can't be mafioso. He's Farmer Earl. He was a hitman.
I mean, but it's like, yeah, the way that they put it, I think they could have came up with a better
analogy story. Yeah,
because like, yeah, of course, a mafia can have a tractor. Like, it could have did it a little differently. Like,
again, I think that
teacher,
might be a shortcoming in the translation.
Yeah, it could have been like, oh, a teacher or somebody that you would think is a good person in society was actually a mafia
member.
Yeah, something like that. Instead of saying, oh, somebody that does something that everybody does or can do.
Now, do you think we should know those two men that were killed on page 15? Or do you feel like that is just a generic people are killed?
Another question. Where do you think this is? Based off of the buildings?
It looks very, I want to say like Italian, maybe? I know they said mafioso, but yeah. I guess based on like the structure, it could be a number of different places.
It could be South America. It can, yeah, because some of those buildings are like that too. And like the little slope going down.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Italy, Spain.
Italy. If that's not connected, if that, the whole mafia Italian thing isn't connected, it does look like, to me, it does look like South American.
Okay.
Buildings. I almost want to say Brazil, but because there's a lot of big crime there, in certain areas. Damn,
I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I think that middle panel kind of looks like grapevines. So that's why I was kind of stuck on Italy.
Okay. Could be. Even, I guess, that first panel, too, when he's talking about the guy with the tractor, do you think that's a part of it, too, with all those planes? The agriculture and stuff?
That I don't know. That's so generic. Or is that I'm sure you see that. Well, he does say overseas and drove a tractor, so...
Or we might be seeing a lot of different places,
Possibly.
And they could go anywhere. They're like, we're basically in the Sakamoto days of Dandadan. It's like Sakamoto days on some alien,
an international criminal organization.
Yeah. That was hilarious. That boy, Ken, he was thinking about Momo. He's like, "Oh, you thought about me first, right?"
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
No. He just knows how to talk to Kinta, whereas like other people, they might be, like more, I don't want to say dismissive, but they'll just talk down to him a little bit, and then Okaru just kind of goes along with it. He's like, sure, whatever, man. Like,
I do like how Kenta, and you kind of talked about it earlier too. I like that he's always in the know of stuff, like, because he comes off as like the stupid, goofy idiot that is just like delusional, but no, he's actually pretty resourceful and smart in every way.
Well, here's the thing. And I'll say this term affectionately, even though I know it can be, the connotation can be derogatory. He's somewhat of a NEET or an otaku, to where I know he's experienced a lot of culture through media. Now, that's one reason why when he has these real world situations that he often misreads the room, because real life is not like the movies. But in some way, they say that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. So the things that he sees on TV, yeah, it might sound crazy to think like, oh, there's this secret society pulling the string. Like, no, actually there is a secret society pulling the strings behind the scenes.
He might be very meta character too, because like he is a manga character that's getting references from manga in his world, and he is a manga character.
Gundam.
You know how people always like, hey, this character's reading manga. Oh, that's so cool. But like, he's like a step forward. It's like he gets references from manga and uses that
specific manga series.
Yeah. I already know he's gonna have like a really. You can tell Kenta's gonna have such a dope dialogue like later in the end game of the series, whether that's before his death or a victory or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he's gonna spit something crazy. He's that kind of character.
I feel like he is the perfect character to put in a room with Rokurou, and he'd just say some shit, and Rokuru's like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. That does make sense.
The great Kenta, the great Ludris. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm the great Kinta. And Ludris is like, you're the great Kinta?
I'm the great Kenta from Earth. I'm the great Ludris from everywhere.
Space.
Oh, okay.
So what you're saying is you don't have a home. And Ludris is like, oh, shit. I didn't think about that.
In fact, let me look at Laz's thumbnail again. What I saw, it was like all the characters pretty much.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Like, we got to touch base with everyone.
Looking at. I was like, what was this?
What did you think you were spoiled on, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't really think I was spoiled. It was more so like I just knew I saw characters there, and he did the little Momo meme in the thumbnail. So I was like, did like Momo do something? Like she was thinking about her friends, and then I don't know, something like that. That's what I was thinking.
Sherm, are you saying that half seriously, full seriously? Like, how seriously are we talking? We've never seen those two in the same place at the same time.
No, he mean equal, like he is his equal.
Oh,
like,
I thought you said like Kinta is Ludris. What?
I mean, he might be. You never know for real. Like we have no fact check. You never know. Nanotech. I've never
seen the two in the same room before.
Exactly.
Imagine.
Never seen them in the same room, man.
Oh my goodness.
Illuminati. 25% serious. This series is about to get dangerous. What the hell are these assassins going to be on? Because these are like going to be trained criminal assassins with these blades. So it's not just a random Koki, Murakami, Adachi. There's going to be people who are trained to fight, to kill with power.
Okay, so
that's crazy.
I will ask you this question. I think I have my answer. But do you think this somewhat seals the deal in terms of Zuma, Momo, and Daiki will all be safe? Like, there's not even a shred of possibility that the curse will play out? Because they're in Shimane. They're talking about this organization. Pardon me. They're talking about this organization that's going to go after Momo. And if Momo is disappeared, how will anybody be able to find her? You know?
Now with the Serpoians, what they're trying to do, they're obviously trying to target her, kill her. I think she still will get captured or lost though. Her specifically.
You do?
Zuma
Okay.
and Daiki, I think they will be saved.
Oh,
but for
so
some
maybe
reason,
like
her
the curse is lifted, she goes back to normal, and then she gets kidnapped.
Maybe, or I think might happen. I'm just going to headcanon that they have to do it one by one. I would say that Zuma. Well, I can't really say that because they're forgetting her and shit. I was gonna say that Zuma and Daiki, like Daiki should be first priority. Like he's about to die. Like any second he could just die.
I feel
Zuma,
like his curse
blind.
is also progressing at the fastest pace.
Yeah, Zuma, he's blind. Momo, she was already small. It wasn't like it's a problem, but it wasn't a big
End
problem
of the
until they
world.
start forgetting about her. So but maybe they might try to do Zuma and Daiki first, and then when they try to do her, they get intercepted by whatever, and then she gets taken away or something. I could see something like that happening. And Seiko's still injured, so she can't even do too much either. So, you got Evil Eye, Zuma, but even Zuma, he has to replenish as well because he used both umbrellas. Momola, yeah, it's just Momola and Jiji right now that can really do it. They don't even have the Kito family anymore. So yes, bad things are going to happen still.
Okay, go back to page 14 for a sec.
14. Okay.
Did you have the same interpretation that I did for Kinta's first line of dialogue? Miss Ayase, question mark? Like, did he forget her? Or is he wondering why Ken's bringing her up after what he just said?
It's kind of hard to tell because it's like he immediately is starting to like talk about the whole crime organization. So it's like, I see what you're saying where like he could forget, but it's really hard to tell because he could just be like what you just said, second part, what you said. He's like, oh, like, and then he's just going on about, like, if he said something else, then we could probably really know if he's not remembering her or not.
It's kind of strange, and not to say he goes off on like a tangent, but he goes in a very different direction than what he was saying previously. Like, he makes a logical jump to a related topic, but also you kind of have to stretch that connection.
It could also be added to on page 19, the whole joke of like, he thought of me, right? I know Kenta is Kenta, but I still think Kenta would know. Obviously, he would choose Momo, but it is Kenta, so that's also kind of hard to read too. We know how he is.
Yeah, he's just a strange kid. Weird.
I'm starting to like Kenta a lot more though. Like just seeing him in the lead is just, I like that. It's a different side of him. I mean, he's always been very proactive. But
he's teasing Rin, and I love that. You're not a good judge of people. You need to be more careful. That's not true. No, it is absolutely true. I would love for him to meet Mai. Like, that conversation between Kenta and Mai would be hilarious.
I think Kenta and Ira, they're like cut from the same cloth for me. Like, when they need someone else to take the lead, those two can absolutely facilitate a group.
Yes.
Like, if it's not Momo and Okanon, I trust those two. Like, specifically, when it comes to group tasks, absolutely. Well,
I love how Okaron, he gives the reins over to Kenta. He falls in line, so to speak.
That's why he's private first class Takakura.
Takakura, come visit me. Promise. I can't with Ira. She's so adorable.
I wonder when we're going to see some Manjiro moments. I mean, it's going to be death, though. This moment will be in death. I feel like he's going to have like a Mike Guy moment or something. Just unlock the 8 gates and just go crazy. But he just seems like he has discipline. He's a student. He's very Rock Lee like in terms of the discipline and the martial arts and stuff.
can see it.
The eyes too, even with the eyelashes and the eye, like, yeah, he just. We
You
know
got
what you are.
circle eyes. Everyone has circle eyes. No, that's not true.
And then they have the bushy brows, but he has a unibrow. We know what you are, Tatsu. We know what you are, dude.
You like manga, don't you, Squidward?
And then the next panel, Okaron getting a Zanpakuto. We know what you are, man. You're a big three. You're a big three merchant.
I'm okay with it. As long as you give us credit for finding out. Because, again, no one else has pointed this out so far. I just, Vante, like the day before I die, I just need a "we know what you are" line in this series, and I can die a peaceful death.
Well, I feel like I'm like coping, and I'm like making it in my head that that's going to happen. We're going to see like some kind of line that sounds like it, just for some reason. I know what you are.
It'll be Okaroon saying that
Sanjime.
to Sanjime. I know what you are. I know what you think.
Oh man,
no, he wasn't actually talking to Sanjime. He was talking to the bacteria.
I'm not gonna lie. Chapter 200, like this, is interesting. It's a setup chapter, but I think it's setting up for like some peak. Like this, we're getting into a different part of the story that's going to get pretty damn dangerous because you don't know who's the enemy.
It feels a bit like The Purge, in that anarchy is just around the corner. And that is one of my biggest fears, is anarchy, because you don't know who to trust. There are no rules. We are just doing whatever we want to do. So shout out to Muscular versus Water Hose. Everyone was just doing what they wanted to do.
Do you think there's a possibility that one of the Yin Yang twins would end up attacking them, either on a covert thing or they just did not know that there was a connection there?
Yep.
I feel like that might happen.
I feel like one of them will be contracted to obtain something in order to get something back. So the curse guy, for example, let's just say Sanjime has this really great cursed object, and he's like, you can have it if you get me this. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Well, I'm ready for some new dope character designs because I know whoever we're going to see are going to be crazy looking. Like, it's probably going to see somebody scarred up. This is going to look crazy. Because even from overseas, we might see some different, designs.
This feels like another great chapter to where if we had the discussion stream with Laz after this one, I feel like it would have just been as good as the previous one.
So here's some more world building and getting people from other countries. Illuminati, man. Outsourcing. Yeah. What other group would hire people to do stuff like this? An elite group that's hiding, like they said, invisible behind the scenes secret society.
Man, I am really going down this Tatsu is a big three connoisseur rabbit hole. Imagine Okaroon has to do spiritual training with frogs.
I mean,
you know what? Okay, I think I changed my mind. I think what I want to be Okaroon's weapon here is the boots of Hermes.
Okay.
So introduce some Greek mythology into it.
Whoa. Blade Runner Okaroon?
So I just thought of that because obviously, like we talked about him running, him being more physically combative, but he is a full Cowling Deku at the moment. He's using his feet. So I guess it really wouldn't make the most sense if he got a hand use weapon. Not to say I'd be disappointed in it, but I just started thinking about like what's some like kicks or shin guards or whatever, and then I thought about Rip from Undead Unluck.
You know what? The way that it's
Ooh.
how like thick it is, it looked like it could be like 2 boots in there. You know, like 2. Yeah, I can see
Don't
that.
care. He comments, or they comment, have a feeling that's not the real Manjaro. Any reason why, or just that would be a cool twist? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too familiar with Manjaro's character design, so I can't tell if the character design we see here, if it has anything off. Or maybe this is
I don't know why his hair
Serponian.
looks a little shorter to me. Like slightly.
Like down, see, like the fade
I feel it's
doesn't
more
go
on
up
his
too
ear.
much.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of went over his ear before. Hold on, let me see some Mandra. Or maybe did you just get a haircut off screen? My bad, bro. My bad. And obviously he usually wears his like traditional gi or whatever he had on. I mean, hey, in the anime, like he was in the Curse House arc, so the overlap is here. You know.
So, that's interesting. So, do you think maybe this is something that will bind Okarun or like seal him? Because they did mention. Okay, so let's go down this rabbit hole. So imagine this is the Serpoians that are dressing up as Manjaro. They stated in this chapter they need to get Momo Ayase. And what better reason than to have Okarun as a captive, bartering chip? Like, hey, we'll give you Okarun if you come with us, and that's how Momo gets abducted.
Look at his design, he does look like that. It's not really a difference. However,
it's a really interesting thought.
He does have more prominent sideburns, though. That's what it was. And in here, I don't see. I mean, it's hard to tell.
It's straight-on shots. You can't really see, but
because let me see. There's another time that he popped up recently with the same jacket.
When he was entrusted with the boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be another good catch. So in terms of referring to Okarun as Okarun.
Right, because you would just say Takakura, right? That would make more sense for him to say Takakura.
Oh, I hope you're cooking, man. That'd be really interesting.
Okarun, Manjaro. And he immediately says Okarun. Like when he goes around the corner, Okarun.
And we made fun of Kinta. Who's that, friend or foe? We're like, that's a friend. It might actually be a foe.
Plus, I mean, I know we know that Seiko and them landed, but
didn't I also mention how the timing felt weird? Like, how did she land, send a message to Manjaro? Manjaro got there after getting this weapon or whatever it is.
Yeah, because why wouldn't he have gotten that before then? Like, why would she not just have given him that before they split off?
Couldn't she have made a call before she left for the airport to tell,
why would
just
it matter?
in case something happened to Okarun?
Yeah, because you doing it now,
how's it connected?
He could be dead. He could be dead now. Why wouldn't he have had it before? Especially him, because she should have an idea that maybe he would still be a target regardless if Turbo Granny got her power back.
Man, I thought I was cooking with the Hermes boots, but this might be my preferred theory now. This could obviously just be the fact that Manjaro is running. Do you make anything of the sweat bead coming down from his knuckles on that very last panel? Like maybe he knows this is something that will harm Okarun?
I need the next chapter now. This is killing me. Now I'm thinking about this a little bit.
Donda don't care. You were just cooking flames. I'm actually gonna feature this. You know. Oh, that does not look as good as I thought it would. Hold on.
Huh.
It's fine for now. We're a little bit smaller on the screen. Reiko coming back. Yeah, because she does know what Momo calls Okurun. Have they really progressed in their relationship? I mean, one-sided, of course, with Okurun admitting his feelings, but Momo hasn't reciprocated. And that was the main thing that Reiko was talking about in terms of get a move on. Otherwise, I'm going to get a move on. Take away what you care about.
So Momo is really like the only, well, one of the few characters that calls him Okurun, right? Or is it sometimes? I think we questioned this before too. We thought another character referred to him as that, and they shouldn't have. Do you think it's just like a translation thing, or do you think that this is like a... Okay.
To answer your question, though, I don't think it's a translational mistake. I think it was the kanji, the hiragana, the katakana for Okurun.
It is, because even Kenta says Takakura. You know, like you're friends with him. Like you could. I mean, I know he's all into the whole private Takakura thing, but like,
what does Seiko call Okurun? She calls him Okurun, right?
I think she calls him Okurun. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. Manjiro might be like, well, that's what my master calls him, so I guess I'll just call him that.
And then even like Ira, she calls him Takakura.
Yes.
So if she calls him that, and that's one of his closest friends, how the hell, Manjiro, how are you calling him Okurun? Like, Okurun is literally a nickname. It's like Deku, Midoriya. Well, not exactly the same, but you get my point. It's like
close.
Out of anybody, why would you call him Deku? If you're loosely acquainted with him, you would call him Takakura. You'll call him Midoriya instead of, Deku.
Also, this chapter is one of those chapters where I'm like, I need to do a reread today.
Honestly, it's pretty. This is a huge setup, like for like a whole next like saga. Like seriously.
I really want to know what Last thinks. I'm going to watch those probably on my lunch tomorrow. But interesting.
So Queen San went with them to the hospital.
Ira.
That makes me think something's going to happen, and then Ira is going to like wake up, and when she does get out, she's going to be confused because someone's not going to be there, or like they don't know the whereabouts of. No pun intended, because that's a chapter title, but they will have no whereabouts from characters.
And this was the last time they knew the whereabouts of Okurun.
Heard that the Japanese translation was the same. 4 eyes. Okay.
I know we've been talking a ton about the end of the chapter. What did you make of my theory about how the empty space relates to the real world? How I called it like a shadow that got reattached.
It's almost like a tangible curtain. Or intangible curtain.
See, I don't know. I was just spitballing. I don't know, again, how you feel about that. Evil Eye's knocked out. Page 3.
That was hilarious. Show him sit his ass down. He was pissed off. That is crazy. Why is the lady's face like that on page 4 though? Why? Is it just like Tatsu just being weird?
I don't know. It
I feel like
just
he has
be
no reason.
Very pleasant woman. But didn't the Kito family? Didn't they? I don't see empty seats. Did they have seats or were they stowaways? I'm pretty sure they were passengers.
They were passengers.
So,
but they're like kind of. I think they were like in the back somewhere.
Oh no! Wait. Page 5. Actually, those people with the blades seem to have disappeared. I wonder what that was about. I think these are the women talking, like the civilians. Kind of scary, huh? It wasn't a dream, right? And then they just move on.
My bro right there looks suspicious by evil eye. I know he's probably just a regular person, but like eyes rolled,
that's
smiling.
MC energy.
Like why is he like his hair like
the hair
space.
That is MC energy.
Yeah. That was hilarious. They ass are on the moon with a fucking shark and a damn worm.
Wait a second. Do we know what Jet's love interest looked like? We never saw the top portion of his face.
Oh, he didn't.
Did we?
I don't know. I'm just assuming he was like a handsome guy. I don't know. Just generic.
Again, I might be trying to connect something that's not there, but who's to say that the Cur or an alien species can't reanimate a body?
Also, how the hell do y'all breathe here in space? Like, I mean, well, you guys are subterranean. Y'all are a little different.
Like
y'all been here for a long time. I mean, moon, Earth, like fragments. Yeah.
Mama, I'm as light as a feather.
So what do you think they're gonna do here?
How did they end up there? I know we were joking about it. Jiji did not kick them to the moon. I refuse to believe that.
Okay, And it would make they were still above Earth. There's no way possible they went out. I forget how many miles away we are, but like they did not go
insane.
That far.
Yeah.
Hundreds of 1,000 miles. They did not do that. They probably got teleported through like some kind of wormhole vortex in between spaces, like a tunnel.
Wormhole.
Yeah. I think they went through a tunnel. The tunnel effect. If you know, you know, guys. That means no, seriously. I think it might have been like a tunnel effect type thing. Like they might.
Or do you
went,
think
like, in
maybe
between
the
space.
Serpoians put them there? Maybe like put them in storage.
Maybe. I feel like that was just like one of those the quote unquote consequences of not being in the space that you were in when you return back to the real world. Like
that might relate to my tethers theory. So if they are not close to their actual bodies by the time that they go back to empty space, they might have gotten like catapulted, like an anti-gravity type of thing, to where they got pushed away.
His face is hilarious. He has really went to the moon. That's crazy.
Where in tarnation?
What the hell is going on?
We're in a goddamn boonies somewhere. What does this remind me of? Like someone being relocated and they're like, this is fine. I'm okay with this.
How do you think they come back? Do you think they just like get a ride from somebody else, or like do they build something or find something? They're gonna find something like an older couple story.
This worm is going to replicate. I don't know how. Is it gonna have babies with like a space worm?
It probably has egg. Oh,
you know how we talk about the moon base? Like there could be a species, or Oda, Tatsu. I know what you are. Don't be the little spacemen with the little robots on the moon. The doctor is called Eneru.
Never know. The people here probably are from Earth too, from like a different area or something. Who knows? I mean, maybe. Like,
honestly, there could be like as much as we're joking around, there could be a transportation system on the moon, and you use it to go from the moon to the planet Earth, or
we're gonna see them find some shit like Enel. Now Tatsu, he's like, I'm like 90% sure that he's gonna do something. They're gonna discover something just like how Eneru did on the moon, the damn poneglyph. Or
I will say this is going to be super endgame return to the story. Like we are not going to see them for a while. This was a nice little mini arc.
Yeah, because they already
bring
came
it back for season 2. We are not going to see them until we absolutely are about to have the eradication of our species.
So Kito equals Enel.
It might be Anaconda.
I mean, it is kind of interesting because they are people who are like a primordial, kind of primordial, prehistoric type of people. And then in One Piece, those people, we just assume that they are also, I mean, they were there in the prior quote unquote worlds. They were in the mural. So Tatsu, like, come on, like, we know what you are, man. We need to get shirts that says "We know what you are, Tatsu," just so he can see that. But oh wow, make the banner on the channel. We know what you are.
Yeah, there's a great phrase from X-Files. It's "I want to believe." We just do. I know what you are.
We might haunt Tatsu. You never know. He might have nightmares of us like this in the videos, just doing streams and videos, and then he just like see us just constantly saying
the Reiko of his dreams. Amen. Come on out, Tatsu.
But we just stop reading the chapter, and we just say that constantly, just over and over and
Bloody
over.
Mary.
That's his nightmare. Yep. and it won't
I'm
stop.
the twitchy yokai. You're the first yokai.
Serpoians.
Okay, last kind of point that I wanted to talk about. Do you, and we touched upon this briefly earlier, do you think that the Serpoians are at odds with Count Saint Germain, or they both have a common object of desire, that being Momo? Do you think they have any beef between one another?
I think the Serpoians are like, what's the word? Like, they revere him. Is that the right word? They like, yeah. They are definitely fans of Ludris. Like, they love Ludris, but Count Saint Germain is like, this guy is a bit like, I feel like they have like an allegiance to other people, like Ludris, for example, to the point where they wouldn't want Count Saint Germain to continue to do what he is doing.
Okay.
But I wonder if Ludris like would agree with them, or does he not care? He's like, oh well, I have no problems with him. My disciples, they're scared of him. I don't care, and he just leaves it at that. Like, why are you guys so worried? What are you worried for? Ludris-sama, what do you mean? Well, I'll always be alive, and nothing's happening to me. How are you so sure of that?
I know
I'm
everything.
I know everything.
I'm the all-knowing.
Damn, like, seriously though, like, this might end up being a long series just based off of, like, now we're going to get into this whole crime organization thing, meaning like assassins and people like that, and then we're going to keep going up this hierarchy to get all the way up there to the elite, and that might take a while.
I do think there is a strong possibility that the assassins are closer than we think. So, Pretty Boy from page
Among Us
5, he might be an assassin. He's just playing the long game. Very.
You know what?
slowly.
That could be true. Hold on, real quick.
Yep. Oh my goodness, guys. Again, this is kind of a return to form. So we got a 2-hour stream tonight. Again, if you're watching this far, we appreciate you. If you could just leave us a quick like, we would appreciate you even more, getting us out to more Dandadan viewers. Quick little cross-promotional plug. We did have a discussion stream with Commodore Laz, another Dandadan manga reviewer, reactor. So go check out his channel. I will try to link it in just a moment. But he covers this series and other ones, including One Piece. So yeah, go support the GOAT. There you go. There's his channel. Not that he needs our help to grow, because he's like eating us, but you know, it's fun.
Okay, this is my last question. For a prediction that you have,
Yep.
who will encounter, who might get injured, targeted by the first assassin?
First assassin.
Who's getting got first? Which character? Somebody's getting stabbed or something.
Ren.
Did we say Ren? Yeah, I can see Molly saying, "No, Ren, no! Oh my gosh!"
You're supposed to become the best idol ever.
Someone help, please.
I think there's more to the line of Kinta saying you're too trusting of people, or like you're not a good judge of character. I think maybe the pretty boy, hey, I'm a vampire. She might get smitten by him and taken over by his good looks.
You know what else too? That's when Turbo Granny comes back around that time. She's going to save a person, a group, somebody from them, and she's going to one-shot them type shit. Like, yeah, I'm back. I'm back, bitches.
Turd nuggets.
I'm back. And then she's going to explain to us some things, like some real...
Like, where have you been? What have you been doing?
Hell, she might even be taking out some of these people.
Seiko's got to take it easy. She has been... Yes. You got to rest up, Bachan.
Yes. Maybe the Yin Yang twins will come up, and then that's when one of them will betray. He's going to attack. The cursed one's going to attack the other one. Like, hey, man, what the hell, man? Yeah, I was a part of the Illuminati, like, for real. We're just in the whatever, I don't know. I do think there's, like, two different factions. Like, there's a faction that's split off from the rest. I really feel like that.
So, question. What do you think is the origin of that original group? Do you think they are revering some god? Do you think it is a ideology that they're following? Do you think, I don't know, like, where do you think that original group came from?
I'm starting to think that people of Earth, the elites, ended up doing something where maybe at one point humanity were in contact with aliens and stuff, and then eventually we did some kind of taboo where we were able to create what we have been creating with yokai, and that's one reason why the yokai quote unquote protect the planet, because they know, aliens, they're gonna come after us one day when they build some tech good enough to completely like it might end up being like an AOT type of thing. I'm not saying that it's going to be like so similar, but
yeah, I
think the idea of it is that, and it could go to the whole promise thing too. I think they at least did something crazy, unnatural.
So do you think that also implies, based on your response, that aliens cannot turn into yokai?
Man, that's something I still don't know. I feel like we're going to see some kind of hybrid, but I think there's a lot that goes into it. I don't think it can be like what happens with humans. I think it will have to be some kind of a lot of science. Somebody's going to do something that's
I keep going back to the Sumerians, how that entire generation is gone. We don't know where they are.
True.
We don't know if they're alive.
Wormholes.
Damn it, I meant to change my background to chapter 200. Oh well. I just now realized it 2 hours into the stream. Oh well. Yeah, but like there's something about an entire missing group of people that I get a nefarious thought. Like the Kur is the way to create a yokai or a system of yokai is by creating the Sorcerer's Stone, by sacrificing an entire generation of people. Big Mamas, we still don't know how those work, where they come from. The other 665 species of aliens in our galaxy alone. How many different galaxies are in the universe? Yeah, this series could go on for years.
The more I think, the more I'm just like, okay, I feel like I'm just reverting back to like conversations from like months ago. Like my brain is like, I just keep going back to square one. I just don't know. And And we were saying this off camera, guys, the other day. We were saying that Dandadan is interesting because the characters themselves don't know anything. So it's hard for us to theorize as well, because if they don't know nothing and we don't know nothing, then it's like we just have to be here presently every chapter to see if we can find out something new. But no character asks any questions. Like, they just kind of, all right.
Up until this chapter, Kinta's starting to speculate a little bit, and I appreciate that.
True. So I think it's pretty useful. It's a good thing for Tatsu to do. It's a good tool because it makes you a bit uncomfortable. Because if we're blind, no pun intended, to Zuma, the goat, but if we're blind to a lot of things in this series, just like the characters, that means he can create some of the craziest revelations and plot twists like seamlessly, like very easy. It wouldn't come out as like it wouldn't be flat. It's not something that you can predict. It's always out of left field, and it will always make sense once you get the context. So
it's a clever way of doing ass pulls without them being ass pulls.
Exactly.
Because we don't know what the world is, so you can't use any logical deduction to be like, oh, this is what happens next. I don't know what happens next. Love this series.
This is my last thing. When you really think about it, what Kenta is even talking about, this feels like something that you would get early in a first season of an anime. Like episode 3, you hear about, okay, there's an organization, there's some kind of hierarchy. That's literally like, and we're getting 200 chapters in. This is something that you would think would happen in chapter
7,
10, 9. Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, Tatsu, what you pushing for 500 plus? Please, I hope so, and I hope that you want to, and I hope that they.
I think it's being set up that way. I would be disappointed if another certain series that we loved kind of took a nosedive in a way in terms of the pacing. Unless we can see that with Dandadan, I'm pretty confident that he is setting this up. And I think he's actually being allowed. And I think that's the most important part. He is being allowed by Shonen Jump to make this a longer series.
He's about to cook hard. I feel like he's at the time. He's like, okay, I hit 200. We know what happens when the series get to 200. Their shelf life is like less than 100, basically. I think he's like, all right, let me go crazy here so they can be like, okay,
we need more.
Let you cook.
Longevity.
Because honestly, that's really how it all happens. Like, I've heard a lot of stories before where they like say, or where the author would pretty much say, I had to do this one thing here or else it would have been chalk. I don't know how true this one is, but I remember I told you about the JJK one before.
Yes.
I was like, really? That early? That
was super early.
Or episode 2, 3? Like, what? How? But, I mean...
Cutthroat world.
Yeah. I'm like, really? You had to do that for them to be like, oh, yeah, this is interesting. Whatever. I'm not even going to get into that right now with these execs and all that. Whatever. You have to just do something crazy for them to be like, oh, yeah. You can't let them just... All right. Now we see why chapter 1 was the way it was. Undead Unluck. All these other series where the first chapter, Chainsaw Man is just crazy. Like, we see how you guys are.
Party hit. Chapter 200.
I thought my eyes was deceiving me. I was like, I see something move behind you. What happened? Wait. Tatsu, we're just playing.
It's an assassin. Twitchy, no!
Imagine the assassins is us, the character designs. Oh, but okay, Tatsu, you gotta go.
Oh,
you gotta go.
That'd get too real. That'd be too real.
Go.
All right, I'm uncomfortable. Let's end this up.
All right, guys, you know the drill, man. Squid Game, we're releasing these episodes throughout this next week. We'll be done really soon with that, probably by the end of the week or in the weekend. And then we still have Dandadan, Gachi Akuda coming out as well. A lot of Anime Expo news, updates, trailers, all that coming out this week, and much more. So if you guys are interested in anything that I just named, hey, subscribe to your boys. Road to 1K once again. We're very close. So That being said, though, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video or stream. And peace.